Tell me about when you see kids, young people reading the book.
I was gonna say, Tay and Adina, you know, we started a camp, some friends, called A Broader Way. So we have over almost 100 young ladies come to this camp. You know, beautiful, beautiful brown complected sisters. They come from New York out into the Berkshires. So we have this camp, and I teach music there. You know, even though I claim that I'm a visual artist, I'm teaching music because I love music. And one day the girls were sitting around and they didn't know that I illustrated children's books, and Chocolate Me was sitting on the table. So one of the girls, she picked it up, she started looking at it, and she was reading it, you know, not knowing and recognizing that I was the person who helped to create it. And I just literally watched her transform. It was like she started from, like, what is this thing, to like, oh, like I get it, I can relate, you know. So that's the one-on-one, you know. So it's cool because then also I've heard parents say, you know, recently actually, my child wants to read Mixed Me, which is the second book.
Yeah.
Every night, 50 times I've read this book. So I think there's another part of it too. When the parent and the child come together, that's what these books represent. It's a time for togetherness, you know. So again, it's like, I feel good to be a part of the conversation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's books like these that push us a step in the right direction to discussing these things and having the right conversations, so that maybe years and years from now we won't be having the same struggles that we have now.
No, I like that too, because the other part of like hearing parents say that I wish I had this when I was a child, it's like, all right, well, cool, you have it now as an adult, so, and now you can share this with your child, and you can both reconcile, you know, some of those ideas and old ideas and about what beauty is, because beauty is beyond like what we see here, you know. And that's kind of what Chocolate Me is. Not about the, you know, I had somebody say earlier, oh, I'm white chocolate, like, you get it.
They get it.
You get it.
They get it. Can we get the book in South Africa?
Yes, I think Pan Macmillan is carrying the book, you know, which is a great thing, you know, because it's not that easy to, like, you know, get the book starting to distribute worldwide. So we're grateful for Macmillan and their involvement in the project.
I think people don't understand how hard it is to get a book out there into the marketplace. So congratulations on that feat, as we sit here 5 years later.
5 years later, you know. And I, you know, just to say that, you know, I'm here with the Open Book Festival, and it's like you're with other authors, illustrators, comic artists, you know, and then you're seeing other young people who want to understand what that is, you know. How do you explain this to someone? You have to sit down and say, well, what's your struggle about getting your story out there? A lot of times I do find, oh, it's a publisher, we can't find a place to get it published. There's so many places to publish content now, you just have to see it that way, you know? So it's a shift. The partnership is publishing, I think, in some ways.
What advice do you have for young authors, young people who maybe want to get into the storytelling business, but who face the same struggles you did?
Yikes. Young like 40?
Well, young can be interpreted in any way you want. If you feel young, you are young.
There it is. Thank you. Because I have come across some people who I might look at and think are older, but they want to tell their young story, you know? So how do I tell, you know, someone who's 5 years old, like, how do you become an author? Well, you already are one, okay? So we could just start there. And then to encourage from that place, and do the same with someone who's 40 who says, I really want to publish something, you know? And I say, okay, cool, you are what you are then. So to start the process, it's like it takes a day-by-day thing. I think people see, oh, you have a book, but how long did it take to get there, you know? I think that's the biggest question. So to persevere, do your best, learn, you know, it's a language thing. The first time I saw one of my books translated into a different language, like Japanese, for example, I was like, well, what would they want with this story? It must be something universal about the thread that they want to put their language with the imagery. You know?
I would love to see this book translated into the South African languages. That would be incredible.
Yes.
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 We're putting it out there.
Yes.
Shane, thank you very much for coming in and chatting with
Thank
me.
you.
Won't you take us out with a song?
Okay.
I didn't forget.
Okay. There it is. When I look at this face, I see the sweet inside. Through my chocolate eyes, I say that I'm chocolate me. When I'm not feeling glad, 'cause I'm feeling kinda mad, I look at myself, I say that I'm chocolate me. Vanilla chocolate, milk chocolate, dark chocolate, blueberry chocolate, I'm chocolate me. I love the sweet inside. I love the sweet inside. When I look at this face, I see the sweet inside. Through my chocolate eye, I'm chocolate me. When I look at this face, I see the sweet inside. Through my chocolate eye, I'm chocolate me.